So it looks like Diddy is in a free fall, and youthful Miami is falling right beside him because she's losing everything. Diddy has been facing a lot of public counter-reaction after Cassie's actions, and effects have gotten 10 times worse for him. Not only is Diddy getting exposed by further and further women, but this contestation is also affecting his bag as well as Carisha's bag. Okay, so youthful Miami has been on a PR run for Diddy since Cassie's action dropped. And she lately brought her kitties into it when she posted a videotape of her and her kitties out and about. The law of holiday summer. But an eyeless item exposed this as a PR trick between her and Diddy, saying, speaking of distractions, the subject in number 4 instructed his current gal to have a social media blitz showing off herself and kitties in public and how happy they appear to be. The redundant 6 numbers she got over the weekend presumably help a lot with the amenability to go each in. Seen Diddy Combs rent kin Miami. Now y'all might wonder why on earth Miami would want to stay with Diddy through the reproach that could bring him his entire career, and her own career could veritably well be contributory damage. Well, the reason behind this is simple. Plutocrat. You see, for all the buzz that the Megacity girls make on social media, the verity is that they are just not making all that important plutocrat. I mean, sure, they are not exactly beggared or anything like that, but on their own, they do not make enough plutocrat to afford the lavish cultures that they show off on social media. Their last reader literally vended like 6 or 8,000 clones. So Miami surely needs Diddy and the 500 keys brooded to pay her every month as her sugar baby allowance. Also, there is the fact that Diddy literally gave her the Carisha Please brand and everything that comes with it. You know, the merch, the podcast, and indeed the BET Hipsterism Hop Awards that he was brooded to have bought for her. So she owes everything to Diddy. And as long as he is a free man and holds onto his power, she's good. But with Cassie's action, that's about to change because Diddy is snappily starting to lose his power. His businesses and brands that he has combined with are seeing this, and they're snappily cutting him loose because he is a liability to them, and they do not want to be associated with that. And can you really condemn these brands? I mean, Diddy is not the only one getting sued, but his companies and indeed some related brands are getting sued. Cassie's action did not only name Diddy as a defendant, but also his companies, including Bad Boy Entertainment, Bad Boy Records, Epic Records, Calms Enterprises, and Doe Corp, which means that his companies were held liable for his conduct as well. But that is not each because a couple of days after Cassie's action, his companies were also named in another action that contended that former Bad Boy Records chairman, Harve Pierre, sad a woman. According to reports, the action filed in New York Supreme Court accuses Harve Pierre, a former chairman of Bad Boy Entertainment and Bad Boy Records, of engaging in a time-long pattern of grief and unnamed adjunct leading to of complainant and SA from roughly 2016 to 2017. Pierre, as a complainant on multiple occasions in New York City and other locales throughout the country. Still, a representative of the company denied being liable for this, and they said the allegations are from numerous times ago that were no way brought to the attention of the company. Neither the complainant nor the superintendent are current workers of the company. We're now probing the allegations, and our top precedence is the safety and well-being of our workers. But that is still not each because 2 new suits have been filed against Diddy that also named his companies as defendants. A woman named Jane Doe indicted Diddy of assaying her and her musketeers. She named NCA Music Entertainment Group and Jeff M Records as a defendant. The alternate woman, Joy Dickerson Neal, named Bad Boy Entertainment, Bad Boy Records, and Calm Enterprises as a defendant. And as a result, other big companies that Diddy has ties with are distancing themselves from him. Macy's blazoned that they will no longer be carrying Diddy's brand St. John. They released a statement that said, "As part of the ongoing review of our brand portfolio, the St. John collection has started to phase out of multifariousness since early fall 2023. Diddy's products are being removed and will not be available on the point. It's the course of business." Retail stores are always assessing and deciding what is applicable to guests. The liquor company, Diageo, was also quick to hop on this because they have been trying to protest Diddy out for a while now. They took effects to court. Byword, the new public and disturbing allegations against him risk ruinous and endless damage to the tequila brand. They are not just trying to protest him off as the face of the brand, but scuttlebutt has it that they're trying to get relief of him fully and are forcing him to vend his shares in the company. But that is not each because indeed the Grammys are trying to cut him off. According to reports, several Academy officers are pushing to remove the billionaire megastar from the Grammy guest list. There is conflict at the Academy, as several voting members don't suppose it would be applicable to invite Diddy. Some, including several high-profile African-American members, sweat that inviting him sends the wrong communication to cult and the charities it supports. Several publicists have asked that their artists are not seated by him. So it's not only the brands that are cutting him off, because indeed his fellow notorieties are staying down from him. It's a hot mess, and Diddy is losing plutocrat presto. But just when you suppose that it conceivably could not get any worse, his brand Rebellion Television also verified that Diddy has been asked to step down as the president of the brand. They released a statement on Instagram that said, "Sean Combs has stepped down from this position as president of Rebellion." While Mr. Combs has preliminarily had no functional or day-to-day part in the business, this decision helps to ensure that Rebellion remains steadfastly concentrated on our charge to produce meaningful content for the culture and amplify the voices of all Black people throughout this country and the African diaspora. They continue, "Our focus has always been one that reflects our commitment to the collaborative trip of Rebellion. One that isn't driven by any individual, but by the participated sweats and values of our entire platoon on behalf of advancing, elevating, and backing our culture, and that continues." So the Thoroughfares are saying that the reason Diddy was asked to step down from his own brand is that he allegedly asked aid and put pause on some staff at Rebellion Television, and those staff members are about to come out and expose him. This kind of makes sense because the brand is obviously trying to cut ties with Diddy and avoid any kind of liability. It's just crazy because we are seeing the fall of Diddy in real time, and youthful Miami is falling right beside him. Like I said, she makes utmost of her plutocrat from Diddy and her Carisha Please brand. And the only reason she got the brand in the first place was that she was Diddy's boo thing. But with Diddy out the door, she more start packing her bags because she's gonna be coming. Because according to the rearmost reports after Diddy's exit from Vivolt, the future of Carisha Please is hanging by a thread. So if that happens well, Miami would need to find another source of income because we all know City Girls is not gonna bring the plutocrat considering GT also decided to pursue a solo career. According to interposers, Miami knows this, and she has been having a commodity of a breakdown, talking about how it was not fair that she has to suffer for Diddy's conduct. But also, she's a smart woman, and she's snappily cutting her losses. Only a many hours before it was blazoned that Diddy was stepping down, she launched a trade for Carisha Please, and word on the Thoroughfares is that she's trying to vend off as much as she can before it all gets taken down. Unfortunately for her, people do not exactly feel sorry for her, and they left commentary saying she has lost her chuck and adulation. So there's no reason for her to keep being a pick-me and looking foolish. In Diddy, I feel nothing for him. He did everything Ike Turner did to Tina Turner because reading that document pissed me off. I hope Carisha herself saved all her plutocrat and was smart, and Miami is going to end up in jail if he goes. He's going to shoot her butt up the swash. She knows too important and talks too deuced important. She has validated his bad jest in tweets and interviews. I am surprised she's still in. Miami more get her coins right because the bank of Diddy is about to run dry. But y'all let me know what y'all suppose about this situation. And also check out this coming videotape.